Hello YouTube, today I got a couple of Blue Eyes duels. I think I got 4 in total, so this is me at the bottom. I had made it. I'm using the Galaxy Soldier. I only have the free Galaxy Soldier, and that's just to kind of help prevent the deck from bricking a little bit less, is just have an extra card in there. And then pretty much everything else in there is kind of standard. I'm using the mathematician to basically help me get my do stuff with my stones and or master, and basically now I could summon the soldier there, but I decided not to because I couldn't get enough optional out that it would really help. I'm facing Metafo, so not the he didn't mill anything good, so this actually works really well for me because I just get a free draw. He didn't get to do some summoning, so I draw my drag down, so that's good. Now I kind of know I can pop off a little bit to summon out. So I was going to try to basically bring back my stone, try to summon out Blue Eyes, but he negated that with a Solemn Strike. I'm just going to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity and kind of like beat him down with that for a little bit, since minimum that takes out a card out of the hand, if not two, because one for the negate and the other for getting rid of it. And with return, I can deal some solid damage. If Math was a light monster right now, I could go for an OTK, basically summoning out my second Galaxy Soldier, going for the Master, having Master basically let me summon another Blue Eyes, and that would give me, I want to say, just under 9,000 damage, probably 87. So it'd be effective. Yeah, I have an Infinity and I have a drag down, so I'm not feeling too horrible. Now, he summoned the Ragnarok, and I'm like, okay, I can negate it by banishing, so I do that. And yeah, that's giving me the win right there. So now we go into the next game. I believe this was against Trick Stars. And guy just, I don't know what kind play that he was playing, but I believe he was trying to play a more of a troll draw engine, which, I mean, not the worst engine, but he wasn't going to be able to win like he wanted to, and that's at least good enough for me. That gives me an opportunity. He tries to activate appropriate, and I try to explain to him, and for the sake of the video, I kind of know what he's playing. I'm not too worried about it because I don't think it will bother. Now this here, I'm pretty good with what I have in my hand, because I can reveal the Blue Eyes to special summon my alternative, and basically alternative try to get rid of Lycurus, which helps deal with a couple of things. He gets the torrential, but I can just basically get my stone out. My stone will give me a white spirit a little bit later, and yeah, that's why I set the return. Was basically I was more scared of reincarnation. But yeah, see, now I get my spirit, get the Bandit field spell. That helps me out a ton. I think I'm just going to get rid of my Blue Eyes, and that's just because I want less cards in my hand for when he does reincarnation. That's pretty much all I'm going for right there. Might have sort of set the drag down, but just going for the damage. I kind of know the Galaxy Soldier isn't going to really help me right now, and I'm going to let him keep the appropriate when I summon my spirit from my deck, because I know my deck cannot do drawing in my current hand. I would need a few more cards to do that, and I get a Regeki, so that, well, a bluff Regeki, so I'm happy about that. Now Now he has the field spell. He can force me to activate my face down card, which would hurt, but it won't stop me from any of my plays, which is not the important part. Now he does the reincarnation and he changed side effect, which side effects lets him gain 2,000 for every card I draw. I decided to just draw one because I don't want to banish too many key cards out of my deck, and I want to try to have the good stuff in there. And yeah, because of appropriate, he'll actually get to draw 4. So that's actually a pretty good combo. I actually like it. And now I'm going to basically make sure I can set up for a winning team, because what's going to happen is I'm going to try to use armor to blow up his Candina, and that just to prevent the Licorice, which that would not, it would not hurt me, but it definitely would not let me be in the good position that I am in now, because now I basically just use my Galaxy. My Galaxy lets me mill a stone, mill my Goliath, and mill the other stone. So now I get to add a Blue Eyes for hand, and that's as a free. I get to make him send 3 monsters from his deck to the graveyard. That won't really bother me. And I can use Melody now to basically discard my Arc Brave, who lets me now get my other Blue Eyes and my alternative, which is 7,000 damage and not enough. And the guy just admits defeat. Now I'm facing against Dark Magician. My hand is decent, but my hand is not what I want it to be to deal with a Magician's Circle. That's probably the biggest problem, especially a Magician's Circle that is going to have 2 Dark Magicians in his hand. Because if I had, I don't know, any my hand traps, I could like at least try to destroy the circle, but that didn't work. I just pretty much trying to use my I did summon alternative because I knew he was just going to get negated, and basically I went with the idea of my Arc Brave because I wanted to banish his spell, because so long as I can keep like the cards I need to keep off, and I kind of wish I could have set it drag down, but it wasn't going to work if I set it down, because then he would have been able to banish it with Circle. And if Dark Magicians have a face down, they probably have the ability to summon their Dark Magician, and that's what makes it just really hard, and not even it makes it a lot harder for Blue Eyes to win. Like, I'm not too worried. Like, I kind of now go for a little desperation of summoning Blue Eyes, but that's mainly because it at least makes it so he can't OTK me. Because otherwise I think he would have just a little bit over game. Now I had the Blue Eyes, but now he flipped out the Circle a little premature, the Eternal Soul a little prematurely, but my hand doesn't have what it needs to deal with. So I just kind of scooped that one. And yeah, this was apparently the guy I was facing before, and since he wasn't able to troll me with the Trickstar deck, he actually picked a worse deck. Well, not worse, as in worse, and more so a better deck to troll a Blue Eyes deck. So, which is he would summon Evil Swarm Opion, and my deck cannot summon really anything to deal with that. I mean, I think I have to somehow figure out a way to summon a Blue Eyes, but I can't even summon a Blue Eyes, so I just give him the win. Have yourselves a great day, guys. See you guys again. I hope you guys enjoyed the Blue Eyes duels. Bye.